So here's something a little different. This is kind of the type of normal day-to-day work I do. So I just finished up this project. I'm just doing like the last cleanups and stuff before it gets delivered. So this is a brand new Ford Transit van. It's I think it's the biggest one, the tallest and the longest body. It's not the dually version. You can get these with dual wheels, but as far as the body size goes, I believe this is the biggest one. So this is the third one of these I built. This is for a dog, like a dog daycare and kenneling business. The owner does transportation for the dogs, if that's something you require, I guess. So what I did is I built this kennel unit in here. It's kind of hard to get the full view. I'll go around to the back, but so there's 19 units in here, and they're basically all sized around the commercially available tray that you would see in like a normal kennel you would buy. And so there's basically these large ones and these small ones, 2 rows of the large, except in the fender well area I built it to use 2 of the small ones there because they're shorter in this direction, and so that kind of gave a cutout for the fender well, so the whole unit could be slid farther over to give more walk room in here. So yeah, so there's 10 large and 9 small, and then as for extra room, there's these swing out gates, which I need 2 hands to do. These swing out gates, so in a pinch, a dog could be hauled in the center here because there's another gate in the back, and it also gives a closed off space behind. Or I think they use it like if they have an unruly dog and they want to make sure that doesn't escape while they're opening the doors or whatever. Just kind of a second level of security. So the whole thing is made of 1-inch tubing, and then 1x1 heavy duty 10 gauge wire mesh, and then all the divider panels are not UHMW, HDPE, high density polyethylene plastic. So it's super easy to clean, super tough, and this is like I said, this is the third van. The first 2, these were wire mesh as well, but some of the dogs like to fight, not fight, but I mean get aggressive between being able to see each other. So on this one, we decided to go with the solid panel, so to keep them a little more private. I built basically every piece, built the latches, hinges. Quite the project. You can see all these tabs. There's tabs everywhere for bolting in the mesh, because I wanted this stuff to be removable, to be either refinished in the future or changed. And luckily the first 2 vans, we're going to do some changing up, like putting these plastic panels in and redoing these door mesh, because they were the first 2 were a kind of a substandard material. So this is more heavy duty. We're going to switch the first 2 out. So yeah, there's over 600 tabs in this whole unit. Kind of time consuming, but have fixtures and stuff. Helps speed it up a little bit, but still you got to cut and clean and weld and clean, and every one of those tabs, it's something else. But I feel like this has turned out to be a pretty nice unit. I believe this is the kind of thing that once this van is wore out, this thing could be pulled out and pressure washed and repainted if needed and stuck into a new van. This should definitely outlast the van. And being that it's all modular, with all these panels, they could be replaced if needed. Here's it from the back. You can see the upper one is the shorter distance, which fit the shape of the van better, and then gave us more freedom. And then these vans, she optioned it with this rear air conditioning unit, which this was fixed in place. So you can see this kind of weird offset. Putting those two smaller units helped me shrink up the length, because otherwise it would have been this long. And then it just clears the air conditioning unit. So it really turned out really good for using commercially available trays for these things. So you can see it's got the air conditioning, and then it's got this big ducting kind of column, and then it's got a splitter, and it goes up over the doorway. And then it's got 3 outlets on this side, and down this side. This side's a little longer since there's no door on this side, and there's 4 outlets. So with her older units in the past didn't have air conditioning, and so this has been a huge improvement. I also put in this ventilation fan. And I put this partition in. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like I said, there's the second gate here. So kind of makes another 2 areas, one in the back and the one in the hallway here. And I did these push-pull pins, and so they lock open and they lock closed. I tuck out of the way. Yeah, I used to work in commercial truck shops for about almost 20 years, and so I've done a lot of like commercial van interiors for construction companies or plumbers or whatever. And so this is kind of normal stuff for me, but still is a challenge. But in working in that world, these things got to be really attached to the vehicle well. So it's bolted to the floor in a bunch of spots, and then it's got these additional straps to connect to the ceiling, and then the strap here. So if the van's in an accident, the whole thing doesn't want to just fly forward. That this partition is designed for safety as well. So this should be a super safe unit. I think that's about it. So basically I did 3 things. I did the partition, I did the fan, and then I built the unit. I think it turned out pretty nice. Oh, I cut these 3 holes here. I'm not sure if it's stock or what, but this van was also set up with this rear output for the heat. So between all the other holes in this thing, but this is more of a direct shot so that the heat could get to the back. This is just a commercially available product from a company called Cargo Master. So yeah, so that's it. This kind of stuff is what makes the money and allows me to kind of do the fun stuff, build my race car and paying the bills. So anyway, if this is interesting to anybody, let me know what you think. And then also, I guess if you're into this kind of business, this is something I can do. Thanks for watching.